Hello, Gun Nation. How's everyone doing? It says we are live, so we'll give it a couple of minutes and see how this thing kicks off. Hopefully, we will be good to go. Can y'all see and hear me okay? Hopefully, the internet is good here. Haven't had any problems yet, but who knows? Hello, TTO Clark. All right, let me know if y'all can see and hear me just so we can get this thing. Dennis, I don't know, man. You'll have to tell me. Is it on point? Let me know, Dennis. Giving you all the views. I'm not balding by any means. I got hair for days. Kind of got that two-faced look, where it's half white, half black. So, all right. Tell you what, I'm probably going to look over here. Let's see if this is, whoops. All right. Let me mute this. Okay, sorry about that. Yep, okay. Because there it is. Okay, the comments weren't catching up, so I was going to check my phone. All right, yeah, we've got some goodies to talk about tonight and a little giveaway or a thing I'm thinking about doing, and I wanted to get y'all's opinion, let you know your thought, or get y'all's thoughts, and we'll go from there. So let's see here. I'll just give it a quick rundown. I was trying to tell everybody hi, but we'll do a little roll call. Let me go way back up here. All right, let's see here. All right, Dennis Buckner, Scott, Dan O'Neill, Frank, Pistol Pete, Jay Harrow, Big Owl. Let me catch back up here. A-Dubs. No Fina. Yep, there's Fina. Richard Jenkins, hello. TTO Clark. TM. Phil Harper, Mr. TB9, IBG, Maikai, LZ USA. All right, Philip, and then John Molesworth. Hello from Vermont. Hello from Texas. And it's kind of funny. I want y'all to guess where I am. And I'll say I'm at a border state, or I'm on the border. So I'll let y'all, hello, Keith Gregory. I'll let y'all guess where I am when I say the border. So is it the border of Oklahoma? Where is it? The border. Love y'all to take a guess. Maine. No, I'm pretty far away from Maine. Oklahoma. No. Think of the border. Arizona? That's a good guess. Okay, Big Al. I know how y'all feel about, I know how you Okies feel about Texas, kind of like we feel about OU. So we'll just leave it at that. Mexico? I'm on our border, put it that way. Taco Bell, that's a great one. Keith Gregory and Big Al are very, very close. Are you coming to visit Bald in New York? No, I won't. I don't go to New York. Los Angeles? Come on, man. I figured y'all would be good at guessing this. Maine, Louisiana? I'm in El Paso, Texas. So Juarez is literally right there. So I can see the fence. Nevada. So I am in El Paso, Texas. That's where I am. So long way. Matter of fact, in 3 days, I have driven 740 miles in 3 days. So I'm tired, but been getting a lot of stuff done. So that's a good thing. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Hey, Big Daddy G. Thanks for joining us. All right. Let's see. We've got about 37 people on. That's cool. And if you've ever been to El Paso, or if you know of El Paso, I ate at a place called Kiki's today. It's pretty well known here in El Paso. It's authentic Mexican food, and it's amazing. So it's called Kiki's, Kikis. I heard free stuff. I'm here. Hey, Manny. All right, they play the Sun Bowl there. Yeah, well, they have. So hello, Keenan. How are you? Yeah, Manny, that's what a lot of people show up for, is for the free stuff. But this is going to be a little twist. So I'll talk about it, and y'all You're like a gypsy. Yeah, I kind of am. So we'll talk about it here in a little bit. We'll get into some other stuff, but wanted to find out from y'all, how is your ammo search going? Are you finding any ammo? Is it still outrageously priced? Does it seem to be coming down in your area and you're able to find it more so? Or what's going on in your area for ammo? So I'd love to know that. I have to guess how many CZs you own. Pistol Pete, you probably know. I mean, you could just go on and count them all, but I have a bunch of them. How to guess how many CZs? Evening gents. Hello, Brian T. How do you have 3 dislikes? Frustrating. Richard, I don't even worry about it. You know, haters gotta hate. So they're either, you know, emotionally frustrated or what. I don't know. I don't even, you know, I don't really go on anybody's channel and give thumbs down. I really don't. If I don't like your channel, I just won't watch it. And you know, if I watch it, I don't agree with what you do, I don't beat you up over to give you a thumbs down. I don't really worry about it. All right. That's funny that you say it. Where did it go? Whoops. Man, these comments are flying by. Just got 200 rounds of 45 today, so I'm good in Tennessee. Okay, cool. It's funny that you say that. I actually I was traveling with, or a guy's traveling with me, and I went to an academy today. We stopped in there at lunch. Now he lives here in El Paso, so we went to the academy, and you know, this is lunchtime at the academy in El Paso. Walked in, they had 223, 5.56 on the shelf, green tips and regulars. They also had the Winchester 230 grain box of 100. So it was a 100 pack. Now you could only get 2 boxes. And it was the 230 grain Winchester white box 45 ACP, 100 rounds each, or they had boxes of the 50 rounds. So I grabbed 2 of the 100 round packs. For 100 rounds of Winchester, it was $54.95 for 100 rounds. So that's not bad. What's up, Dave Gass? How are you doing, man? Ammo prices stabilized at outrageously high. Yeah, I agree. Some a bit high, but some have come down. Shotgun shells are good to go. Very poor in Minnesota. Catch back up. What happened to KS in 1776? They're just busy. I'm just going to keep. I'm just going to help just keep this going. So you know, they've got other stuff going on, but we'll keep rolling with it. Yeah, the dislikes actually help as a oh gosh, what is it? Not a communication, but a where they reach out to you. I forget what it's called. So it doesn't matter to me either way. I appreciate the thumbs up. You know, people that definitely appreciate what I have to say or how I help them or whatever. My academy in Southern Oklahoma. Let's see here. All right, my academy in Southern Oklahoma has been well stocked for 3 to 4 weeks. 9, 5.56, 308. Even had a bunch of 22 LR when I stopped by today. Wow, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Yeah, and they did have a lot of 22 Stingers in there today, but they were $9.99 a box, which for CCI, you know, that was a little high. But you know, hello Kathleen, how are you? Sportsman had some 22 LR, 22 and 17 WMR every week for a decent price. Good. I'm just hoping it starts coming back and stabilizing. Let's see here. Oh, where it is. Yeah, I know, Fina. I know a lot of people that have bought and they're still waiting for the ammo to come in. Yep. Same thing. Pistol Pete, Sportsman Guide. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you'll eventually get it. Let's see. Hello, Michael L. All right. An interaction. That's the word I was looking for. You're correct. Yes. Interaction. They call it an interaction. Hello, Redbird. How are you? Yeah, Scott's saying his Bass Pro Shop in New Hampshire has only had 12 gauge. And that's it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's catch back up. All right, I have a friend that has 26,000 rounds of 9mm. That's my connection for now. Awesome, man. That, you know, like I've said a long, long time ago, if you'll buy 50 rounds, 100 rounds here and there. You could get a really good stockpile, of course, depending on how you shoot. And I was averaging, prior to this, I was actually averaging about 1,500 to 2,000 rounds a month, or excuse me, yeah, 15,000 or 1,500 to 2,000 rounds per month on shooting. So I've definitely, came way down on that. I'm still shooting though. I still put up some videos and stuff like that. And a lot of times I go and shoot. I don't even do videos. All right, Pistol Pete saying, keep it going, Big Johnson Guns and Gear. We appreciate you having the chat. Yeah, I enjoy y'all all being on here. That's awesome. Kathleen took her SPO1 to the range the other day. Hello, Cajun Tiger. How are you? He's in my part of the world. Cajun Tiger is starting to find ammo a lot easier. Picked this up last week. 5.56, 22 LR, 9mm, 7.62 by 39. Good deal, man. Yeah, I'm starting to see some of it come back in some areas. Some areas it's not. So it just kind of depends. But keep your eyes out. If you can grab it. My doctor calls it an intervention. Hello, Dan. Let's see here. All right, let's catch back up. Okay, and I did have some other stuff I wanted to talk about. I used to do the same thing with beer. I drank 6 and by 12. Then I discovered the beer bong. Yeah. All right. Here's one more thing. Is anyone interested, or has anyone seen the reviews on the new Taurus Toro? So they have the new full-size Taurus and the compact Taurus. They are actually red dot ready, and they come with the ability to take Glock sights. So you could put Glock suppressor sights on them, or fiber optics, whatever you wanted to put. But they are Glock sight compatible. So is anyone interested in that? Anyone hear about that? What do you think? So get y'all's opinion on that. Yeah, IBG, a lot of people wish they had an academy. I'm glad that we have them here because they've kept it, pretty reasonable. Or definitely a lot reasonable, more compared to a lot of other places. Yeah, Dan saying if you don't hand load, you should buy in bulk. If it's good ammo, you'll have a large amount in the same lot. That's true. I always buy in bulk. I always, rather than ordering like 10 boxes or whatever, I've always bought by the thousands, especially online. Now, if in stores, they don't really just sell thousands of rounds. You can, but you're going to buy a bunch of individual boxes. And I also prefer the bulk bags, taking them all out of the boxes. Now, what I do is take them out of the boxes and I dump them in my cans. And then I have a whole crap load of boxes. I've even put up pictures back when I used to do Instagram. I had boxes everywhere. I think I bought one time, it was 90 or 100 20-round boxes or something like that, or maybe it was more than that, but I think it was 100 boxes of 308. And so I was having to dump them out, put them in the can, and it was a pain in the butt. But yeah, I had boxes everywhere. I took a picture and they were just all over the place. Okay, let's see here is what my Kai is saying. Started seeing reviews of the Toro, but still a Taurus, so hesitant. Probably would buy the TX22, but that is not a defensive pistol for me. And that's exactly right. Matter of fact, I did get an alert because I had an alert in for Grab a Gun for the Taurus TX22 competition. And I finally got an alert today, and I looked at it, or no, I'm sorry, maybe it was yesterday. But I got the alert, and no, it was today. I got the alert, and it was $538. And MSRP on it was like $469. So I'm like, and I know a lot of people are buying it, and a lot of people want 22s and things like that. So I'll just keep watching reviews. I don't have to have a 22. I've got plenty of them, but I kind of really like the dot, on the barrel. That was very intriguing to me. All right. Mr. TB9 is saying, talk to us about 50 BMG, or don't have that large of caliber, or you don't have that large of caliber. I do not have a 50 BMG. In my area, there's really no reason for me to have one. If I had a ton of land, I might have one. Now, have I shot one? Yes, I've actually shot 3 different ones. They're cool as hell to shoot. I even shouldered one, it was a big boy. Shouldered one and did like 3 rapid shots. They're cool. They're loud. Now, they're not loud when you're behind the gun, like shooting. But man, if you're on the side, the concussion just shoots out. But yeah, they're a lot of fun, but they're just not practical. I've known people that have bought them and shot them, a little bit, maybe honestly, probably less than 100 rounds, and then they've sold them because they're just not practical. And matter of fact, if I ever want to shoot one again, I can just shoot one at my range, but it's indoor. Danmar, is now a good time to get into reloading or supplies available? When I go out to places, if it's a reloading, like an ammo shop with reloading supplies, I always go over there because I've got buddies who reload. So I always go over there and I look for primers, powder, stuff like that. And all the places I've gone to, they're out. They have no primers. If they have powder, it's like, the little tiny ones. They don't have the big ones. So, because I was going to pick up primers for my buddy, the small primers, so he could reload, but I haven't seen anything. And I've been to some big reloading stores. I know there's some in Oklahoma. I've been to, other places. All right, here's CeeLo. Hello. Just tuning in. Glad I made it live in Katy, Texas, but currently at Camp Robinson, Arkansas for military school. Like it up here. Cool. Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, that's awesome. Robin is saying supplies for reloading are hard to get. Pistol primers are still hard to find. Brian, a couple of people are asking this. How is the airsoft going? It's actually going really well. I'm learning a lot, shooting it thing. I've shot it of course I did that video on it, and then I shot it even more that day. I shot it the next day. I've probably put, just guessing, I've probably put about 300 BBs through it, those little BBs. So far, I'm really digging it. It's a lot of fun. It's easy to work with. It's very similar, or, I'll just show you I'll talk about everybody wants to know what I'm carrying sometimes. Let me go ahead and get this off here real quick. There it is for the day, or for the week. That one's airsoft. But so it's very similar to that, and that's what I like about it, but it doesn't have a dot on it. So, and if I, mill it or whatever, it could mess up the reciprocation because it could add too much weight. So I don't really know. I want to try to find one maybe that is dot ready. They did come out recently with the CZP-09, and it's optic ready. So you could put a little RMR in it. You'd probably put a fake one on there, but I don't know. Yes, I have. I don't own one. I shot a buddy of mine. I've shot a 500 Magnum. I shot a 460? Yeah, I think it was the 460. And then I shot the Kasul, the 454 Kasul. He has a bunch of revolvers, a buddy of mine. So I shot a bunch of his stuff. And I mean, it's a beast. I was holding it out there and it's boom, it's a hand cannon. It's nothing that I would want to shoot a lot, but to go out and shoot it periodically, it's pretty cool. I wouldn't buy one, me personally, because I think stuff like that is more of a novelty, or if you're using it for hunting, because you could put a scope on some of those things. I mean, you can do all kinds of crazy stuff with it, but I have no reason to do that. Okay, here we go. Havoc is saying thoughts on the 320 Max. If you followed me for a long time, I've had SIGs. I've had 320s. I've had, the X5, not the Legion, the first X5. I've had 226. I've had, other ones, the 228. Me personally, SIG just doesn't do anything for me. They are doing different things for the market, but personally, the high bore axis, and I can shoot them fine. I'm very accurate with them. But once you get used to you get used to like a lower bore axis, even a Glock or a CZ or something like that, and then all of a sudden you jump up to that and have that high bore axis. It's a little putting off. Also, with those guns versus lower bore axis guns, they do have a lot of muzzle flip to me. And I'm not recoil sensitive at all, and I've got a gorilla grip. I mean, you can watch my videos, and I know how to grip a pistol, but it's just the bucking sensation of the X5 I don't like. Honestly, the triggers out of the box, I don't like them. I've changed a lot of them to the Apex, and I'm not knocking SIG. I'm not a SIG hater, so don't get mad and start coming at me. They just don't do anything for me. So, and I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. I just, I just don't do that. So, Big J, did you research CO2 versus green gas? Yes, I did, and I talked about it in that video too. CO2 is actually a little hard. Now you'll get a little more realistic recoil. However, it's harder on the guns. And this gun that I have, I can actually buy a CO2 mag and put it in there. However, with the aluminum light and slide and the 2011, it can prematurely wear out just quicker, so the green gas seems fine for me. I've shot the, like the cheap CO2 guns before, and there's nothing wrong with them. I just want to try to keep this one, just to play around with, just using it as a training tool, so to say. It's not super realistic in the recoil, but your thumb safeties, your grip safety, everything is exactly the same. It's probably as close as you can get to realistic, that's out there. Let's see. Keith Gregory is saying, Big J is a big supporter of our veterans and current military. Yes, sir, I am. I respect every one of them. Gentlemen, ladies in our military, past and present, they put their life on the line, and I also think their families, because when they're out serving, their families are home. And no, definitely a big supporter. Also, even of our law enforcement too. And I understand if you can have some bad apples everywhere, but for the most part, every one of them I've met are pretty good people. The P320 Max is just a glorified X5 Legion with Max Michel's name. This is coming from a SIG fan. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's to each your own. And like I always say, there's 31 flavors. So whatever you like personally, get it. If that's what you like, jump all over it. Let's see here. Yes, Pistol Pete. What I was talking about is in the airsoft world, they just came out with a P09 optic ready airsoft gun. So not the actual true P09 real gun. Now I have my P09 milled, so you can go and get them milled. But only SIG I owned was the the 238. It was a very nice pistol. Yeah, and I mean, I have a SIG 1911. So I mean, they're not horrible. With the money made from selling some stuff, I want to get something nice. Thinking a nice railed 1911 like DW or Dan Wesson or Wilson Combat. Thoughts? I do want it in 45 ACP. If I was going to buy a 1911 in 45 ACP, I would definitely get a Dan Wesson. I would get, they have one called the Wrath. It's a super nice pistol. It's got suppressor sights, threaded barrel. They have an older model. I can't remember the name of it, but I almost bought it. Yeah, Dan Wesson is by far, out of the box, probably the best bang for the buck 1911 you can buy, in my opinion. I've owned Les Bears, Ed Browns. I've had all the high dollar ones. And Dan Wesson makes a great 1911. Yeah, the Specialist is nice too. It's just depending on if you want it tactical. Me personally, I would want the rail and some other things. Nothing wrong with the classic 1911s. I do and love those, but being able to put a rail on it, or put a light on it, is a big factor. Now, what you'll run into with some of the ones with rails, and I've got the STI 45 and I love it, and I dotted mine or had it custom dotted. But what you'll run into some of those is finding holster applications because of the rail. you're going to need a specific holster. So let's see here. Attending a Red Dot class with 6 Hour Academy here in Florida next week. Anyone ever been in one of their classes or courses? I personally have not, Havoc. I know that Bald and Curious went to the 6 Hour Academy. Or he was with Max Michelle. I don't know. It wasn't in Florida. I don't think. Maybe it was Florida. But I know that Bald and Curious attended one, and he had a really good time. So, that's awesome, though. I think you'll definitely get a lot out of it. And the discretion. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. All right, and so no interest in the Taurus Toro, I guess. I personally, if that's a gun you can afford, and as long as it runs reliably, I say get it. Me personally, I have plenty of guns. I don't really need that gun, and I won't just buy a gun personally for a review. I'll buy the gun if I intend on using it and putting a lot of rounds through it. Okay, so let's see here. Also, I wanted to know, because I get asked this all the time, and I want to know what y'all's opinion is. Well, let's answer this question real quick. Well, actually, I'll just throw it out there so y'all can be saying it. I get asked this all the time. What is my favorite EDC pistol? And as y'all know, if you follow me, I rotate a few. But what is your favorite EDC pistol? Just curious. All right. A. Barnes is asking, is STI Duty one a good 1911? The one that I have is the STI. It's the older one, so I modernized it. But it is the STI Tactical SS. So it's a single stack, 45, and it's the 5-inch slide. And I had it customized, milled for a dot. It's got the Trijicon suppressor sights milled for the front and the rear, the plate. It's got some a tricked out flat face trigger in it. It's got everything, and it is an awesome 1911. Now it's a big boy. It's not a little guy, but it is a great shooting pistol. And of course the staccatos. I'm really enjoying the staccato C2 Duo. Now it's a 2011, but really enjoying it. So if you're interested in an STI or now a staccato, I don't even think they make. They quit making the STI 1911s. Now they only make 2011s. But if you could find one on the used market, they're easy to work on. If it needs an extractor or something like that, they're all super. I've tuned my 1911s with Springer or with Dawson Springs, new extractor. I've tuned it, and it's very easy to do. All right, let's get to this. Here is the rundown. All right, Pistol Pete is saying a Smith & Wesson 2.0 compact, great gun. Frank is saying a P07. I really enjoy the P07s. Keith Gregory, Glock 43. Richard Jenkins, G19. Mr. T is Car PM45. Cajun Tiger, CZ PCR. That's awesome. G48 for Texas Jam. Be another PCR for TM. Staccato Model R is a single stack. Okay. Yeah, AA, I didn't know. I haven't seen any of those personally. So Brian T is the plain old Glock 19. Then we got Keenan. His main carry is the G45. J Hero VP9 320. Havoc is P10C with TLR 7A. Michael L 365. Steve is a 365 XL. Big Al FN 45 Tactical. That's a big boy. I love my FNX. Great pistols. A-Dubs is a Rex Delta. That's cool. IBG, he's saying something else. But yeah, that's cool. It's always interesting to see what people carry, because I like to see if people are carrying double action, single action, striker fire, single action, what people are carrying. And that's, and I've talked about it before. We've got an M&P 2.0, 4-inch CZP-10S optic ready. IBG and 45. Colostomy bag is a Glock 19, Gen 5. M&P Shield 9 works best for me. I do love my P07 though. Yeah, and you know, one thing that I like to rotate through is I like to carry striker fire, I like to carry double action, single action, and I like to carry single action. That's one reason I've been carrying this STI or the staccato for quite a while. You know, it is a single action 2011. Now I'm used to it. But one thing that it kind of helps me do, if I only shoot striker fire, then I get really, really used to striker fire. And when I go to double action, single action, I have to suffer for a while until I get, you know, a little, you know, not for a while, but I mean, just shoot it a couple of times just to get more familiar with it. So if I rotate periodically between double action, single action, and striker fire, I kind of get the best of all. So, and that's one thing I've always recommended. If you've mastered a striker fire, and I don't mean master it, I'm not talking you're shooting bullseyes at 50 yards, but I mean, if you're super, super familiar with it, you might actually try to get a double action, single action pistol. And I would recommend the P07, P09. They're great guns. They're relatively inexpensive during non, you know, ammo crunch or gun crunch time. But it kind of gets you familiar with that heavy double action off the bat. And some people, and I will say this, on a double action, single action, you know, you can load it up, decock it, because on the P07 and P09s, you can run a safety or a decocker because it's in the box. So you can decock it. And then as you're loading it, you can put your thumb on the back of the hammer. So if anything was pulling the trigger, it's going to move the hammer back. So if you're carrying appendix, you can hold the hammer, you can put it in, you're never going to have a discharge. So that's just one thing, you know, that I recommend. If, you know, because some striker fires, people could throw it in there and get their shirt tail hung in it or, you know, whatever. So just gives you a little peace of mind when you can put your thumb on the back of that hammer for your double action, single actions. So I've carried anywhere from an SP01 appendix. I've carried, gosh, I've carried the 45 tactical appendix. It's a big boy. But I mean, I'm tall and all that stuff, so it doesn't, I don't really, didn't really bother me. P01 compact. I like the P01. It's just too small for my hands. The P07 does fit my hand better. I got the gorilla hands. Yeah, and CeeLo, that's kind of what I wanted to do. You know, the old STI Ranger and stuff. I wanted to take an old STI and have it modernized with the dot and, you know, the suppressor sights and all the other stuff. So that was kind of a little thing. I love to customize pistols if people don't know that. But that's one of the things that I like to do and I wanted to have done. And Vulcan Machine Works made it happen, and it's a fabulous shooter. I've heard that Danny Bailey saying since he got his M&P, the Gen 4 Glock 19 has been sitting in the safe. I've heard that from a lot of people. I mean, Smith & Wesson makes an awesome gun. I mean, they really, really do. I have no gripes about Smith & Wesson. Yes, I've definitely been waiting for the DWX full size. You know, the DWX is coming out with the compact. I still think it's going to be too small. If they had both in a store, I would love to put my hands on both, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with the full size. And it does take the P10F mags, and I've got tons of those, but I also have a lot of the CZ mags too. Yeah, Dan, that's kind of what I was talking about. Double action, single action is the safe, or is the most safe, in my opinion. If you're not running a grip safety and a flip safety, I feel that the decocker is super, super safe. I'm really liking the new Walther PDP. Don't have one yet. Yeah, I did put my hands on the PDP, the full size and the compact. You know, my local store had some. They were running them on Gunbroker, a bunch of them. But I did put my hands on them, kind of play around with it. I'm not saying it's a bad gun. You know, it's probably a super nice gun, a super nice shooter. But me personally, it didn't do anything for me. You know, the trigger, I mean, I was only dry firing it. I wasn't shooting it live. I think the trigger is nice. Is it the best out there? You know, but like I said, I have nothing against the gun. I personally wouldn't buy one. Keith Gregory, I've got 2,000 rounds through my Glock 43, no malfunction. It's a little snappy, but never had an issue with it. Yeah, I mean, Glock 43, like I said, you know, heck, I even have the Shield 9mm. I've got the Shield 45. I shot the Shield 9mm a while ago, and I was doing a test on the X-Tac mag extensions of the +2, so it allows you to carry 10+1. And Shield's a great shooting gun. Some people say it's obsolete and things like that, but if that's what you like and that's what you carry. Big Al is saying, what is the striking difference in the 2011 and 1911? Not just a little this and that, but what jumps out on the 2011? Capacity. As far as the trigger feel and all of that, also some of the 2011 grips are a little thicker. Like I've got some 1911s and the grips are really narrow. It just feels skinny. And on my lock grips, because I always run lock grips on my 1911s, I even have, like, you can buy standard ones from them. Mine are actually wider. So lock builds them wider for me. So I get the extra thick. So, and they're still very narrow for me. So on the 2011, you're getting a thicker grip. The triggers are about the same. Everything else is the same. It's just capacity. So rather than getting 8 rounds, you could get 16, 21, so more rounds is never a bad thing. But other than right off the bat, there's really no difference. And like, for example, this 2011 is the Staccato C2 Duo. So this one is actually alloy. So this one weighs, with the optic and everything, it's just a tad over a Glock 19. That's the cool thing about this one. It's alloy. So it's not the heavy steel. And it's not really snappy. I've got videos on it. But again, I'm not recoil sensitive. And if you put the good Gorilla Grip on it, you won't have any issues with it. Very nice shooting gun. Paul, okay. Waiting on my Arex Delta Gen 2. I'm excited. Smallest full-size pistol on the market. Yeah, I saw those gun deals sent me an email, and they actually had the full-size and the compacts for like $449, and I was like, wow, that's a great price. And I did put my hands and played with one. It's the full-size. It was the gray frame, and I did play with it. It's actually a pretty nice feeling gun. Trigger was nice. Full size, I think it held like 19 rounds, and it was very reasonably priced. But I didn't care for the sights. It had just the regular white dots. But what I've heard, they take like SIG sights, I think, so you could change out the sights. Wouldn't be that big of a deal. I have seen people put all guns in cocked. I don't know what he's meaning by that, but. Hello, Bald and Curious. How are you, buddy? Thoughts on USPSA changes? Where did it go? Thoughts on and the Havocs? That's a great question. Having my A01 LD milled for a carry optics division, but now I can use something else with a light on it. I have been saying this for years, or since I've been shooting it. If I want to run a light, or if I want to run like and I know they don't allow comps, so to say, unless you want to shoot in open, but if I want to go out and shoot a rig that I carry and it's got a light on it, I should be able to. Whether they make a tactical division or whatever they want to call it, because when you penalize people, because maybe some people can only afford one gun, and it might be a Glock 19 Roland Special. That's what they want to carry, and that's the way they want it. They should be able to go out and shoot it and not be penalized. So I've been saying that for a long time. I've told humble marksmen that, and I think it's great. If you want to carry a light on your gun and that's what you carry and that's what you shoot, hell, do it. And if you want to add weight to your Glock by putting a light on it, because it does act as a weight, if you put the big Surefire on it or TLR1, now is it magnificent? No, but I will tell you this, and I've seen it. People on some of their shooting videos, they'll hang their TLR1 or their Surefire on the front, and they'll go out there and shoot, and it's shooting super flat, and they're like, oh, look at my grip and all this shit. They take the light off, and when they set it down, you can hear it go ching. So they've either got lead loaded in it, they've got pennies loaded in it, they've got something, steel shot, They've got something loaded in it to add that much weight. And here's what I see, and this is my prediction. I believe somebody is going to come out with a tungsten light, and it's going to have like a AA battery. So it's going to be like a full-size TLR1 replica or something, but it'll only take a AA, so it lights up, because supposedly in USA it has to light up. They'll check it to see if it really works. So they'll just put a AA in it. So it'll light up and give you like 50 lumens. However, it's going to be a freaking weight. So it's going to be a big old tungsten boat anchor hanging off the front of that. Mark my words. I bet you $100 that happens. Companies are going to make it. So, I think they should just allow what they, different. If they want to classify it differently, they could do that. But one thing that I've been griping about, and I've still griped about this, is like the staccatos. This one's single action and it's dotted, and I want to shoot it in carry optics, but they don't allow single action and carry optics. What is the advantage of a single action versus a striker fire? Because you're going to draw, you're going to pull. I have to draw, I have to turn my safety off and pull the trigger. So, I just think if they made it more user-friendly and more inviting to whatever people want to shoot, I think more people would go. Now, during a non-ammo crunch. So, Rodham 5, PDP seems nice, but I'm more excited about the AREX Gen 2. Yeah. All right, Wiley Guns. Hello, Wiley. How are you? Thanks, Big Al. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, man. I definitely appreciate it. And I will go ahead, since we're halfway through the chat. Havoc saying the 2011s will take over carry optics division if allowed. Yeah, and what I'm talking about is make a different carry optics, not that you have to go to completely open, because you're going to get your ass whipped by guys running full-blown 2011s with comps and major power factor, which honestly I think major power factor is overkill, but you're destroying guns eventually, but that's just my opinion. And also I think they need to reevaluate the 49 millimeter thing. But that's just my opinion. But, they could make like a carry optics tactical or a carry optics, secondary or whatever. I mean, there's a way to do it. Hello, Mateo. How are you, man? Yeah, Kathleen, and she actually brings up a good point. If you're in a self-defense shooting, you will probably lose the firearm, so carry something so expensive. Here's the deal there. I have FLP, which is Firearms Legal Protection. So if they keep my gun, which they will, during a shooting, they will take it and keep it. If I don't get it back within, I think it's 90 days or something like that, then they'll give me $1,000 towards a new gun. However, this gun's more than $1,000. But, I don't want to train and shoot, like 2011s or whatever, and then carry a Glock 19, or a Taurus or something, relatively inexpensive or cheaper, not in quality, just in price. I want to practice with what I use or what I carry. So that's just something that's going to have to happen. I mean, unfortunately. So, but at least I would get $1,000 and eventually, hopefully, get my personal gun back. Yeah, and that's what I was meaning. It would have to be a slide right optic, on the 2011s, not, your race guns. Yeah, wheel and weld arm. I have a copper flashlight with an 18650 battery with the Picatinny rail mount, but it's heavy as a roll of quarters. Yeah, there you go. And you could even joke around, and y'all probably haven't even seen this, but I actually have a mag light, and it has, I think it holds 8 D cell batteries. It's one of the old ones. When I flipped my Jeep down the highway, that flashlight, the police officers found it 100 yards down the highway, and it was mine. actually even had my initials on it, and brought it back to me. And that thing had so much road rash on it, it was beat to crap. And I pushed the button and it lit up. That would be funny to take one of those and like hook it on a rifle or tape it to a pistol or something just for a joke. The thing is, it's a freaking baseball bat. Many people probably hadn't seen those. Hello, Shooting with Uncle Dan. All right, let's catch back up, and then we'll go over what the meaning of or what I was going to talk about on the chat. I have at least 2 of whatever pistols I carry, just in case evidence goes temporarily. And I've talked about that. I have a video, and it's actually called Double Up. So on the Shadow 2, I've got 2 of them, or actually I have 3 of them. On the P09, I have 2. P07, I have 2. All P10s, I have 2. The only one I don't is on the Staccato. I do not have 2 of the C2s. I only have 1. But hello, Uncle Dan. Red Menace Shooting. Holy crap. How have you been, man? I can see it now. An Atlas Nemesis with an SRO just kicking everyone else's ass. Yeah, but Havoc, look at it this way. I think it was the guy who won Nationals or something last time. He was shooting a SIG. What was it, a SIG X5 or something? That's a striker fire gun, and he beat everybody's ass. So, I mean, sometimes it's not the arrow, it's the Indian. Hello, Lynn Holt. How are you? Bald says he has 2 of those. Does that count? No, you don't. You keep them in your wife's purse. Don't even say that. All right. Well, here's what I was going to talk about tonight, and I want to get y'all's opinion, because this is what I want to do. I'm all about helping the community, helping people. I mean, and trust me, I don't know everything. I'm not the tactical guru. I'm not the USPSA guru. I'm not any of that. I'm just a normal guy. And I've been shooting since I was 7, I think 7. Anyway, I just enjoy firearms, that kind of stuff. And I've got the chat, and I like to help other people. So here's what I'm throwing out. I renamed this chat the People's Chat, because this chat is all about y'all. It's not about me. It's all about y'all. So it's the People's Chat. Y'all own this chat, okay? And y'all bring the content and things like that. So what I want to do, or what I was thinking, and I want y'all's opinion, what I'm thinking of doing is doing like a little giveaway, okay? But not to where you win gear or goodies or junk, because here's the thing with that. I've done giveaways with products in the past, and I get a bunch of, like, if you put GAW, that means giveaway. If you put that in the title, people search it and they go to every one of the giveaways and they sign up for you. They're not a sub of yours. They're not a loyal subscriber. They're just giveaway. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I've always called them giveaway whores. They're just people that are like gnats on crap, and they're just there for the giveaway. Then after you give something away, they unsubscribe and they don't even care anything about you, and they don't watch your stuff. So this is for the loyal people. What I wanted to do, since I do the chat, is I wanted to give away or kind of win a seat on the chat with me. So if you have a YouTube channel, and if you don't have a YouTube channel, I'm thinking of, with a YouTube channel, that's the way that I could kind of make sure you're not a troll. And I'm not saying, most of all the people on here aren't. But every once in a while, y'all have seen them. They pop in and I get this troll. So I don't want some troll guy to come on our channel. I get him on here and interview him, and he's just a goofball, and he's talking about all kinds of stupid stuff and, just trying to get attention. I don't want that. I want real subscribers, real people to come on, and I want to interview you. I basically want to ask you, like, when did you start shooting? Things like that. Also, if you have a channel, not that I'm any powerhouse, because I'm not. I got 15,000 family members, as I say, but it'll give you a chance to advertise your channel, to help grow your channel. And if you have over 15,000 subscribers, you could come on and just, be a great guest. But that's what I want to do. I want to invite the people on the People's Chat. So I thought that would be pretty cool. Yeah, kind of like when a live join. Exactly. Neil's got it. And I wanted to see like what y'all thought about that. Is that something you would watch? Is that something that would entertain you? Is that something you would be interested in doing personally? If you don't want to be on it, you don't have to sign up for it. Or if you're like, no, that's live, I don't want to, don't worry about it. I'm not going to harass you, and I'm not going to ask you crazy questions that's going to put you in a weird position. It's just basically, come on, join, give your opinions about things. Maybe you don't know everything, but that's great. I think people getting to know other people would be a good thing. So I just want to see what y'all think about that. Is it something that's interesting to you? Would you want to do it? I know like Wiley Guns has a channel. Other people do. Or Shooting with Uncle Dan does. Stuff like that. I think it would be pretty cool, and that's my way of giving back and helping a channel grow. Because honestly, I really enjoy watching the smaller channels. We've all seen the big, to-do movies with some of the big channels. And if I can help someone grow, I want to, because, back when I was doing YouTube, people would help me and things like that. So it's just kind of my way of giving back. So, and, who knows? I might even find out what kind of gun you run and help you out with some stuff. So I just think it'd be kind of a neat idea. So just let me know what you think about it. What you can do is, now here's the thing. If you leave a comment on this right now while we're on live, it will disappear. All the comments go away. So you would have to go back on the replay and you would have to say, I want in, or yes, I want to do that. So you'll have to wait till this ends and come back on the replay and leave a comment so I can see it. And then what I'll do is I'll just draw some names. And I'm not saying this would be a one-time thing. This could be a thing where someone is invited on, they're on, and maybe we do this monthly. So this could be a running thing. I just want to see what y'all's interest is in it. I think it would be interesting. So let's see what everyone else thinks. We'll go back through these comments. No, I'm not going to fly anybody out. Good Lord. I'm not sending my jet out for people. All right. Let's see here. All right. Keith Gregory saying good idea. I think it'd be pretty cool. Michael L saying, Kathleen Wiley saying cool idea. I'd love to win that. There's Red Menace. Richard Jenkins sounds awesome. Steve L, cool idea, Big J. Uncle Dan says, yep, good idea. Double A said, sounds great. Armsman, I've been thinking about this for a while. And y'all all know I like to help people, and, I give my opinions, they're honest. I don't just make up crap. But I've been thinking about this, and I was like, here's something that people haven't done. A lot of people do live chats and they'll bring on big names. They'll bring on like, somebody that has 100,000 subscribers or whatever to help their channel grow. I want to bring on smaller channels or equal, or if they're bigger, however it is, and I want to help them grow. And like I said, I'm not saying I'm anybody, because I'm not, just a normal guy, but I just think it'd be cool. And plus we'd get to know other people. Let's see, A-dubs, I just hate being recorded. My daughter will think she was raised arms going with the pics. Hey, thanks, Mateo. Yeah, smash that thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm glad, and I'm getting a good feedback from everybody. Says, yeah, it's a nice idea. Keenan's got a channel. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people on here that follow me and I follow them. And, because the way this would work is, an Armsman, the way that it would work is all y'all would have to do is download StreamYard. Super simple, takes like 2 seconds. And then I would have to get your email. So before we go on a chat, I would send you a link. You would open it in your Gmail, tap it. It brings you right to the chat. It brings you right into StreamYard. Super easy, not difficult at all. So y'all could come on, we could talk a little bit before the chat, get you used to everything. And then boom, we go live and I just start asking you some basic questions, nothing grilling, like what's your favorite caliber? When did you learn to shoot? When did you take up guns? Because some people might be like, what? I am in my 40s and I didn't even care about pistols till I was 38, and that's cool. I mean, maybe I've only been shooting for 2 years. And if you've got a channel, we would ask like, hey, what kind of videos do you have coming up? Anything you want to talk about, for your channel? I just think that that would be a fun thing, and it would help people find other channels, good channels, growing channels, something like that. I just think it'd be fun. Big Al said he thinks it's a home run. Cool. I'm glad y'all liked it. Mateo saying good idea. Like I said, I just, I think it'd be neat. And all the channels I've seen, I haven't seen anybody bring on a small channel. It's always the smaller channels going after the bigger people for the interviews. And I think it'd be fun just, because I'm an average guy. You're an average girl or guy or whatever. And I think it'd be cool to interview some of the family members that I've had over the years and things like that. I think that'd be a neat thing. So remember, you can't leave a comment in here. After the chat is over, go back into the replay and leave like, yes, I would love to do that, enter me or whatever. And the reason I'm saying I would like for you to have a channel, but you don't have to, just so I could go in, watch you if I'm not familiar with you. You could even send me a channel link. I could go in and check it out. I just don't want any trolls on here or anything like that. I don't want to get on there and then they start yelling stupid stuff and I have to kick them off the chat. Kathleen is volunteering. So Kathleen is volunteering. Okay, so Kathleen's first. Is that what y'all are saying? Big Johnson Guns and Gear. There is nothing overage. I think he's probably saying average about you. I like what I like, but I mean, I'm just saying I'm an average guy. I'm not anybody special. I just like to, do guns the way I want them. I like to test gear and, stuff like that. So Kathleen said it ain't happening. Damn. We got Redbird. Yeah, after this, like I said, just go into the replay and just put in there if you're interested, and I'll write them all down. And, like maybe when we do the new chat, I'll say, I could put them in a hat, all the names, shake them up, and we can pull one out and say, hey, it's Redbird. Hey, it's whomever. And, if you watch the chat or replay, I'll give you, so many days to reply, and then we'll get you on the chat. So. Mateo's saying, well, I'm out. I've been told I'm a super mega troll. No, I mean, it's for anybody. I just think it'd be cool. I don't know who this is. Speaking of trolls, I hope it's not. Are you? I don't even know who that is. No, I'm not the king of Finland. I'm the king of my own castle. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't have the Yankee on mine. I'm not about, it benefiting me. It doesn't really matter anymore. What this means, if I forgot the Midwest, keep right. Okay. Is there any questions? We're getting towards the end of the chat. Is there any questions y'all can think of? Anything that you want me to bring up? I do have some stuff coming out, some videos. It's going to be my favorites of some things. A lot of people do like my favorite guns of 2020, my favorite guns of 2021. Mine is going to be a little different. So I've got some stuff coming out on that, and we'll get into it. So I will have some videos coming up. They're going to be probably pretty entertaining. It's going to be honest opinions. Some are going to be negative. I mean, with what I have to say, and some are going to be positive. But we'll get into that. Hey, Bizarrizza Jizza, how are you doing, brother? Looking good, Big J. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Matter of fact, I saw the mask that you're wearing in your little picture. I actually saw some of those at the airsoft store. It was cool. They had like all these different ones with skulls, and they had the little eyes. So when I saw those, the first person I thought of was you. I was like, oh shit, there's some of those masks. I don't know, Mateo, I don't know what that was meaning. But like I said, I'm not a king. I'm just a normal guy. Oh boy. Bye. All right. Let's see here. Anything else? I want to make sure I'm not missing any. Thanks for the chat, Big J. Hey, Mateo. I would like to see a segment on holsters only, pros and cons. Yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of holster videos in the past, but I can do some current ones because I do have some stuff coming up, and it was actually going to be about that, but it's for a specific gun. But yes, I can go over my likes, the things I do like, and I'm going to talk about it on these particular holsters. Some of these holsters I purchased, some were sent in for the testing, and it's not going to be because I got this one free, here's a good review. It's not going to be anything like that. No, but where I'm here, Bald, I'll show you this one because where I am now, they require them. But here's my favorite one right here. How about that? Got a rocket. Big Al, it's not Oklahoma. Hello, Rabbi. Where did it go? Any new guns, Big J? I missed the beginning, so sorry if you'd already covered that. No new guns, but there are some new things, so I'll talk about those. No, well, I mean, I guess they could, Keith. I haven't chosen them, and I don't know how many people are going to sign up for it. But remember, if you want to do that after this chat is over, go into the replay, leave a comment saying, "Hey, I want to be on the chat," and we'll go through and draw names, and whoever wins can be on the chat. Harry's holsters. He makes a good holster. Big Al, we don't want to do that because I'll have to have a bonfire. Michael L. Big J, is your TSO milled for a red dot? No, actually, my TSO has a frame mounted optic. So it mounts to the side of the frame. It has the rail that goes across, and it's on the top. So it is not a slide mounted. It's actually it's a frame mounted. So I've got videos on it. You can go on and check it out. But yeah, it's awesome. CZTS2. I don't really see any reason in having it. I've seen one. The gun store, my local gun store already got one. It looks cool, but I've got the Shadow 2s. I've got the TSO. I don't really see a reason for me to have it. It doesn't excite me enough to have it, honestly. But I'm not saying it's a bad gun. If I didn't have what I already have, yeah, I might consider one. But all right, it is 8 o'clock. So, hey, Nebraska Gun Freak, how are you? Yeah, Rabbi, that is a good point. Yeah, I know that CZ purchased a Colt, and it is going to be, I don't know if they're going to go after the 1911s because they've got Dan Wesson. So that is one thing. I don't know if CZ is going to come out with a revolver. That might be kind of cool. I feel that CZ picked them up so they would have another, in the States facility because, and I'm just predicting this, I think that some of the import guns are probably going to be banned, maybe even imported ammo. So they're going to have more foothold here in the States. Also, CZ is going to pick up the military contracts that Colt had probably. So, I mean, I think it's a win. I don't think there's anything negative on that personally. I know a lot of people were kind of butthurt because Colt, has its name and it is what it is and it is what it has been. However, keeping them in business is better than having them go bye-bye. So that's just my opinion. Yeah, I think a lot of restrictions are probably coming for guns and stuff. So, all right. Hey, Redbird. All right. Well, see, I guess she's going to be in. So, great chat, Big J. Can't wait to be sitting next to you. Well, it won't be. Yeah, it'll be. We'll share the little picture screen. But yeah, I think this is going to be cool. I think it's a good idea. I think hopefully we can get some people excited about it. And I think it'll be neat to learn things about other people and their channels if they have a channel or if they don't have a channel, what their interests are and things like that. I just think it'll be fun. So if you're interested, go back into the replay, leave a comment, and we'll put your name in a hat and we'll draw it and go from there. I think it'll be fun. CZ loves us and gives us free stickers for our diesel Volkswagens. Oh, Mateo, you hit this on the head. When they also stopped selling ARs to civilians, that completely pissed me off. I was done with Colt. I was like, screw you. When you start saying all that crap, that really pissed me off. So hopefully CZ will change that. But yeah, Nebraska Gun Freak. I started, and I'll tell you all this. I don't know if you know this. Coda Boy is the one that got me started. I had followed other gun channels, and he would do a review, and I would be like, well, here's my opinion of that. And he started saying, man, you've got some good opinions, and I like what you're having to say. Why don't you start a channel? And then we started conversating back and forth. And hell, that's how I started my channel. Coda Boy basically got me into it. So if I can get someone else into it, if this is what you enjoy, hell, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help people, and I don't know it all, but, we can muddle through it. That's for sure. Anaconda. All right. Coda Boy started a lot of channels. Yeah. And I mean, that's hell, even probably somebody prior to Coda Boy got him into it. That's what I'm saying. We kind of watched it, and, we watched YouTube grow, and, we're like, hey, I could do that, or I could try that. And what was really funny, I'll tell you a quick story and then we'll shut this off. This was a week and a half ago. I was doing a presentation / training course. There was about 50 people in it. And anyway, on the board, wrote my name and introduced myself and everything. And from the back, when I said my name, this guy at the back said, well, can I call you Big Johnson? And I was like, sure. Well, anyway, he just said it out loud. And anyway, after the training, he came up to me and said, hey, man, I just want to let you know I really enjoy your channel. I didn't want to say, that you were gun channel, so to say, because some people, aren't gun friendly. But I thought that was pretty funny. And anyway, we talked for a little while, and really cool guy, super nice. So Steve, his name was Steve. So Steve, if you were watching this, I appreciate you doing that. It was funny because when he said that, I actually started laughing. So I thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, there's the quick shadow. CeeLo, I'll answer this question for sure. Is a Shadow 2 worth having if you are not, or if you are a CZ fan and not a competition shooter? Absolutely. I've said this before. Cool thing about the Shadow 2 is you can put a rail, or it has a rail, so you can put a light on it. So I put the X300, I put the TLR1 on it before, and you could use it as a bedside gun. Easy peasy. It's a great target gun. You could absolutely use it as a home defense gun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, they are great guns. So I will highly recommend a Shadow 2. If you can't tell, I've done it in tons of videos. So I love it. Great gun. Uncle Dan got recognized playing a guitar gig in Conroe, Texas, and it freaked him out. Yeah, I mean, this was like the third time I've been recognized. I was actually recognized in Primary Arms one time. I was down there in Houston, and a guy came up to me and asked, hey, are you Big Johnson? I was like, yeah, I am. And anyway, we talked for a little while. Matter of fact, he's still on here. Cajun, what was it? CZ Cajun? I'm sorry. But anyway, I met him at a gun store one time, and he was like, hey, Big Johnson. And I was like, oh, hey, wow. And he said, hey, I watch your videos. So I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, will do. My emails, Mateo6 All right. Got me an STI. Next competition gun will be a Shadow 2. Cool. All right. Well, I appreciate it so much, everyone. It's about 8:07, so we started early. We know we're late, but if y'all are interested, after the chat for the replay, go back, say, hey, I want to be on the live chat. I'll put your name in a hat, and we'll shake it up, pull names out. I could even do it, I mean, if y'all trust me, I'm not going to lie about it, but I can pull it out and then maybe they can be on the next chat, or we can do it live on the next chat where I'm pulling names out. I show all the names, whatever y'all want to do, and we can just keep it fun. So I appreciate y'all so much. Keenan is saying, oh, where did it go? Big Johnson Guns and Gear, you in 1776 and KS got me into CZ is awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a CZ guy. I mean, I like a lot of guns, and I will say this, I'm not, oh my gosh, you can't talk bad about my Glock, or you can't talk bad about my CZ. Man, if a gun sucks or it doesn't work, I don't care what the brand is. If it's a gun I enjoy and it's very reliable, I'll say it's a great gun. I have no skin in the game. I mean, I bought the guns because I wanted them. If you don't like them, that's cool. But that's just the way I am. I don't have that brand loyalty. Like if you say something about a Glock, I'm going to beat you up. That's dumb. Well, I appreciate it, everyone. Y'all have a great evening. Stay safe out there. Remember, an unarmed nation is a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on. Thanks, everyone. Y'all take care.